Select kitchen items for living local, provided by The Rachel Ray Show.
Health in here.
Welcome back, guys. We're inside our Louisiana Home Center kitchen, and it's Monday, so that means that Ms. Gwende is back in our kitchen with an easy recipe to kick off our week. And today she's got ramen. And when I tell you guys that it smells so delicious in here, what did I just say, Gwen?
It smells like health.
It smells
I'm
so
going to use that
good in
forever
here.
and ever.
And she just told me what it is that we're smelling. So tell me what you've got in there. It smells so delicious, and it's actually really good for us too.
It is. So you know how you buy fresh vegetables, and when you're at the grocery store, you're like, I'm going to be healthy this week.
Yes.
And you buy all that stuff, and by Wednesday it's starting to wilt. Yeah. So what you can do with that is make your own vegetable broth.
Okay.
There's no point in throwing the food out, wasting it. Like in here I have the bottoms of broccoli, I have the parts of the celery that I've cut off that I don't use, have some carrots that were going bad, some onions.
Wow.
So and added some, to this one I added some Italian seasoning, a little salt, a little pepper. And you can also this way monitor your salt intake if you're trying to lower your sodium. So, so I just have been letting that boil, and I would get a strainer typically and just strain all that out. You can store it in a jar. In a plastic container, you can freeze it, you can leave it in the refrigerator, and then you have a broth to where you could make whatever. You can make your ramen noodles, you can make soups, obviously, and so that brings me to ramen. But
that's exciting. Are we still getting some of the nutrients in there?
Absolutely.
Gwen?
That's the main.
Broth, yeah.
You're going to get a better nutrient from some fresh vegetables in a broth than buying it, you know, on the shelf.
Yes.
Instead of using the chicken broth, I make this all the time because I guess that means that I buy vegetables and I may or may not eat them right away. So
there you go.
I have
Who
to
knew
make
the
vegetable
leftovers,
broth.
the stuff that's just about to be bad.
Yes.
This could smell so good, and this is so simple and so easy. And Gwen, you use the stuff that you're more than likely going to throw away. Now you found a use for it. So tell me what you've done with the ramen.
So
I love ramen, but I don't add vegetables. So you're telling us how to make this very simple dish.
I am. We are going to eat it. It's just how we are. Does that look familiar to anybody?
Oh, yes. I think I had this like once a day in college.
Right.
I still do.
It's
very easy. It's very simple.
It's a guilty pleasure, and it has tons of sodium in it. So, and if we're going to eat it, we might as well add some things to it.
Some healthy things.
So what I've done is I've made a couple of different kinds. You can add meat, vegetables. These are frozen vegetables I added to some.
Okay.
You can add fresh vegetables, whatever kind, meat, chicken, beef, you know, whatever you like. And then the salt, how you can make this a little bit better for you is you can just add half of the packet.
Okay.
Just half of the packet.
It's
Or
gonna be tough for me.
It will. But if you have the other flavors in there,
you can't even tell.
no, you can't tell at all, really.
Just a little bit, but that's okay because you brought some stuff that you can add to it that adds flavor. So Gwen brought us some sriracha and then some teriyaki sauce. So you're putting this in the ramen as well.
I do, and I usually use soy sauce, ramen sauce, or teriyaki. I always use sriracha because that's my favorite.
Yes.
And so, like I said, we just sit here and you cook it like the package says, and you add whatever vegetables you want. You can make it a soup, like a soup, or you can make it like a pho, and that's all according to what kind of seasonings you use for it.
Yes, so that doesn't mean that you have to do an elaborate meal to get the vegetables that you need for the day, Gwen. This is so easy to do. All you have to do is put some ramen on the stove, throw in some veggies, and then you have the veggies that you need for the day. Gwen, thank you so much. We're about to eat this ramen, but we need to ask Josh to come back in here. He said he was smelling so good. Josh, get back in here. Tell us the weather. It's a perfect day for ramen, too. A rainy day.
I just may not do the weather here. We're just going to talk and eat ramen here. Weekend not looking so great. I'm going to be honest with everybody. We do have a cold front that will move through in the Friday, Saturday time frame. So we are looking at some scattered showers and storms Saturday into Sunday. It's a little bit uncertain. So if you have weekend plans, make sure you're checking back with the forecast. Picture will become a little more clear. We'll be warm tomorrow. Wednesday and Thursday we'll be flirting with 80 degrees or so through the middle of the week, and then dropping into the 70s behind this cold front this weekend. Fernanda just dumped a whole bunch of sriracha in the ramen. I gave her,
this is gonna
give her a weird look.
You gave me a weird look. Here, try some.
Yeah, you can give him some of that.
What a great day for ramen, guys. These recipes are going to be on arclatexhomepage.com, so make sure that you grab them. It's going to be a rainy day. Make sure you have your umbrella, make some ramen, sit at home, enjoy the day. And we're going to see you tomorrow. Have a happy Monday, guys.
Oh.
Wow.